If I would have to sum up my experience with Modafinil, I would put it this way. If Modafinil was the name of the company, the slogan of this company could be, "I can do this all night long." Alright, so today this is going to be a little bit different video than usual. Usually I like to talk about marketing, entrepreneurship, and like other ways how you can make money online, but it's still related in one way or another because we are talking about productivity. And all I can say, Modafinil is the king of focus. Of course, I'm not promoting this substance. I'm just going to share my experience with you. Have you ever seen a movie Limitless starring Bradley Cooper? He's like playing this guy, he's like a writer, he just can't get anything done on time, he's wasting his time, he's like procrastinating, and basically he's living a boring life of nobody, but he's still trying to succeed. And eventually he meets his old friend or something like that, and he discovers a new nootropic which is called NZT 48. After trying it for the first time, his life changes completely. He becomes this extremely productive, extra focused genius. It's a really great movie, so if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you to watch it. But if you are watching this video, you probably already know what I'm talking about. It's funny, when I think about it now, this movie started my interest in nootropics. Even when I tried Modafinil for the very first time, I noticed changes in the vision, like the colors got brighter, shapes got sharper, and it was like a similar effect like in the Limitless movie, but on a smaller scale. So that was quite fascinating, I remember. So if you didn't know, Modafinil is a prescription medication which is usually prescribed for people who are experiencing sleeping disorders from narcolepsy. Like if you're having shift work disorders, sleep apnea, basically everything related to sleeplessness. And the funny thing is, it's not entirely clear why this substance works. The side effects are quite slim. I personally have experienced anxiety for a couple of times, but I guess it was my own fault because after taking Modafinil, I would drink a very strong coffee, and it was just my mistake. Other than that, I have not experienced other side effects. So here's an interesting fact. Did you know that the World Anti-Doping Agency banned Modafinil, and on August 4th in 2004, it was added to prohibited substances list just 10 days before 2004 Summer Olympics. So people noticed that first place winners in 102 meter sprints, they all were on Modafinil. So it has to work. Why else would you ban it? So that's quite interesting. Imagine being yourself so extremely focused on a mission to win, and you're like running in this perfect form and nothing else matters. So that has to be a very powerful substance in the sports. Actually, I have experienced it myself. I have tried it about 3 times when I was playing basketball, and you see, in the past, I wanted to become this professional basketball player, so I would train every single day, I would play basketball every single day, and eventually I realized that I ain't gonna make it, so I just stopped playing basketball completely. And one day, like after 3 years, something like that, my buddies, they invited me to play some 3-on-3 basketball games, and I felt kind of sleepy, so I decided I'm gonna take just a half of pill, and I noticed like I was able to dribble ball so good like never before. It's been like 3 years and I haven't held like basketball ball for 3 years, and I was doing such moves that I couldn't do before. I was even shooting ball better, so that was quite interesting. I guess my theory is that I always had these skills, but I couldn't get focused or something like that. So Modafinil like helped me with that. That was a really interesting experience. And I also tried a couple of other times, and the same effects, the same effects. I was quite surprised at how good I was, So that was very interesting. So in total, I have taken about 300 pills of 200 milligram Modafinil in a span of a year or something like that. The first time when I tried, I was running on a tight schedule and I had to finish one project. So I decided to take Modafinil, and all I can say, I finished everything on time. And I used to get distracted very easily, I couldn't focus like for 20 minutes on a task. I would get distracted very easily, so I would go to check social media, news websites. I would spend some time on YouTube, just a regular procrastinating stuff. And once I took that first pill, I remember it's like I was so focused like for 2 or 3 hours straight, and like nothing else mattered to me. So I guess I could say I was completely in the zone. So once I realized that I can be so focused, I started taking modafinil every single day. So I would take modafinil like for 1 week or 2 weeks straight, and I would like take 2 days off, and again I would repeat the cycle. And there was a time once I went on vacation, I decided that there's no need to take modafinil, so why should I even bring it with me? So I decided I'm not gonna take modafinil for a week because I'm on vacation. And eventually I realized that I don't need to take it so much. And after a while I started taking 1 pill every other day, and I didn't notice any decrease in my productivity. After a while I realized that I built up some type of tolerance. Even if I would take a break of a week or something like that, it wouldn't work as good as it used to. So eventually I decided that I'm gonna take just a half a pill every other day, and yeah, I could still get things done just like I used to, but eventually modafinil lost its magic. Usually I would take it in the morning because otherwise you might have some difficulties with sleeping, and yeah, eventually it was like an alternative to very strong coffee. It would help me with waking up, and other times I would take it for all-nighters. So if I would know that I have a lot of work which needs to be done, and it seems like that I'm gonna have an all-nighter, I would take 1 pill in the evening and I wouldn't sleep all night. Some people compare modafinil to Adderall, but actually modafinil is way better option if you are planning to use it for studying, because as you might know, Adderall belongs to amphetamine family, so it has a lot of side effects, and modafinil basically doesn't have almost any side effects. And talking about side effects, I haven't noticed almost any side effects on the physical scale, except a couple of times when I was playing basketball on modafinil, I would get these annoying headaches, but most likely it was due to dehydration, because on modafinil you would get dehydrated very easily, so you have to drink a lot of water. Other than that, I have not experienced any other physical side effects, but I cannot say the same on psychological side effects. You see, when you're on modafinil, you become kind of antisocial. You don't want to waste your time, you don't want to talk with people. It would get extremely annoying. So for example, if I would see that someone's calling to my phone, I wouldn't answer, because it seemed like the waste of time. Obviously I'm on modafinil and I don't want to waste my time. And when I would talk with other people, it's like I would feel like, stop bothering me, just finish your story, and I don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. I was completely antisocial. But after a while, once I got used to it, maybe once the tolerance built up, those side effects were less noticeable, but I still felt them. So I'm not advocating for this substance. I'm not saying that you should use it. There are a lot of different ways on how you can increase your productivity. Nowadays I find great results with bulletproof coffee. So we are all grown-ups and we make our own choices, just like I did by trying modafinil myself. So it's up to you. I'm not advocating for this substance, but you have to remember that it's banned in some countries and it's considered as an illegal substance, so you might get in trouble if you will decide to try it out. So get familiar with the laws, because I don't want you to get in trouble. So my overall experience with this nootropic was good. It helped me to do a lot of work, but after a while it lost its magic. And after that I would use it just occasionally, like an alternative to very strong coffee. Nowadays I wouldn't take it as often as I used to, because I believe you can achieve the same results with less. So basically there's no need to take as much as I used to, like every single day, maybe every other day, and you're gonna be completely fine. So basically that's all. This is my experience with modafinil. Hope my video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget to hit like. Of course, please do that for the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to my channel. I might upload more similar type of videos related to nootropics, productivity. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye guys.